Hello and welcome to another Roaming Norway YouTube video. Today a new Model Y launched and it's not a completely new car, it's just a new specification that's available in Europe. That's why you can see on your screen I have the German ordering page for Teslas. The reason I have the German page is to cater to all the Europeans watching this video, but I will compare it to the Norwegian one as well, since there are some significant differences. The German page will be quite similar to other European countries, but please check locally before ordering that there are no differences that make a difference to you. So, if you remember from my last video, I talked a lot about the BYD Blade rear-wheel drive made in Berlin Model Y. And it's still here, it's under rear-wheel drive, the first one on the page here, with the 450 kilometers VLTP range. This one has a LFP battery, which means that you can charge it to 100% more often than the other cars. It has a stable voltage and it'll likely last for a very long time, more so than the standard NCA or NCM batteries that are traditionally found in other in all electric cars and older electric cars and electric cars with significant range, like the other Teslas on this list. This one has been my recommendation due to the price and due to the good charging speed, which is usually very stable, but with the BYD Blade battery it's also fast, which was not the case for LFP batteries before. It's a new thing that it's fast to charge LFP batteries. Anyways, the one I have selected here is the only one with a LFP battery. None of the other on this list have an LFP battery, so keep that in mind. If you are interested in this LFP battery rear-wheel drive Model Y, please use my referral link if you are able to. I have changed the referral link to be my mother's referral link to help her out a little bit on maybe some free supercharger kilometers or something. Anyways, watch my video on this one because you need to make sure that you get the BYD Blade battery if you're interested in the fastest charging speeds. And it's no way to choose that in this configurator. You will have to take a look at the vehicle identification number after you have ordered. Okay, let's move on. The next one on the list is the new one. This one has never been here before. It has never been offered in Europe before. And this one is the rear-wheel drive, but with a large battery. So this one has the same battery as the all-wheel drive, exactly the same battery, but it'll get more range because it doesn't have a front motor. And a front motor will use energy. That's the benefit. You have the benefit of all-wheel drive, but it reduces your range. So this is solely due to that. Keep in mind that this 600 kilometers of range is measured with the 19-inch wheels. If we go to order the all-wheel drive here and we choose 19-inch rims, you will see that we get 565 kilometers of range. Keep that in mind. If we go back to the maximum range rear-wheel drive, long-range rear-wheel drive, this is Google Translate from German, so it's a little bit... You will see that we get 600 kilometers of range with the 19-inch and 565 with the 20-inch. So the difference is not as stark as you might seem at first, because this one is measured with 20-inch wheels, which uses more energy. This one is measured with 19-inch wheels, which use less energy. So the real difference between those two cars in VLTP range is 35 kilometers. Only 35 kilometers difference by removing the front motor on the rear-wheel drive version here. Keep that in mind. And you also have the performance all-wheel drive, and which is of course the same as before, and the long range all-wheel drive is also the same as before, no differences. It's just an added trim here. It is actually significantly cheaper though, and you will get more range, but it's not as different as it might seem. It's 35 kilometers difference in the VLTP range. This one will not use that much energy. It will use less energy than the other cars. Maybe it'll probably use similar to the rear-wheel drive here, because this one weighs almost as much as this one. The standard range rear-wheel drive and the long range rear-wheel drive weighs almost the same, because LFP batteries are heavier per kilowatt hour. So there should not be that much difference in weight between those two, and that means and since both just have a rear motor, it's kind of similar consumption, I would guess. Anyways, which one should you choose of these? Well, I love the BYD Blade battery Model Y here. By the way, this one is also measured with the 19-inch wheels, so similar to this one, to push the range numbers a little bit up, which is kind of strange. But anyways, this one is a fantastic car if you get the BYD Blade battery. It charges fantastic, it doesn't use a lot of power. If you need the extra range, this one is a significant increase over this one, and the price difference is not that much. So if you need more range, you can choose this one. Keep in, it's a stark difference between those two. It's 455 kilometers up to 600 kilometers. So both on the 19-inch wheels. You will get quite a lot more range, a little bit more performance due to the Cobalt battery, which you might care about, but you will not get the benefits of an LFP battery, which you will find here, that you can charge it daily to 100%, the flat charging curve and everything. This one will probably charge faster than this one, is my guess, unless they have changed the battery supplier here from LG. This one will probably charge faster, so this one will get you faster on the first stretch of a road trip. Then this one will be the same speed as this one afterwards. So keep that in mind. But yeah, it's a significant range increase over this one. This one is if you need all-wheel drive, and this one is the most sold Model Y in Norway at least, and I think in the world, the all-wheel drive version most likely. This one is the one that sells the best. It has great performance, fantastic all-wheel drive. You will get through everything with this all-wheel drive car. And keep in mind again that this one is measured at the 20-inch wheels, so the difference is 35 kilometers, but it's not a major range decrease, if any at all in many cases. So please keep that in mind when you see this range, which is measured with these black induction wheels. You see here 533 kilometers or 565 kilometers if I change to the 19-inch wheels, which are the ones this one is measured with. The difference is not as huge as it seems here. It is made here. It's made like this to make this one a more value proposition. It's a marketing trick. Anyways, performance all-wheel drive if you need performance, and here it says it's measured with 21-inch wheels. So if you put, for example, smaller wheels on this one, you will get a similar range to the all-wheel drive. So this one is measured with enormous wheels, and we have seen in tests that the performance all-wheel drive has amazing efficiency as well, and you can probably get almost the same range as the all-wheel drive, depending on your driving style, of course. If you need the maximum performance, if you need 3.7 seconds 0 to 100 kilometers per hour and the top maximum speed for Autobahn, that's cool, that's fine. Then you know you want this one. Okay, let's continue. So you have these four options. now. And this is more options than ever before on the Tesla Model Y. And I recommend setting aside a little bit of time to think about what you need. And as I said, this one is the one that you have a chance to get in the BYD version. None of the other ones. Those are similar battery chemistries, these three, and should just be charged to 80% or lower, actually, daily. This one you can charge to 100% more often, and you need to charge it to 100% from time to time to calibrate the BMS. And this is due to the LFP battery's voltage, which is the same across the pack or similar across the pack. So it's more difficult to measure actual battery percentage for the battery management system in the car. So you need to charge this to full from time to time. Yeah. And let's talk a little bit about the colors offered. All these four cars have the same color options. I'll choose this one, the new one, just to show you. But it doesn't matter because every one of these cars for Europe or the European Union and the European Economic Zone, not the UK, I think, is built in Germany. So they have the same colors offered. This one is the Giga Berlin exclusive Midnight Cherry Red. So you can see that it's built in Giga Berlin when you have this color option. Or if you choose this one, you are at least, guaranteed one from Giga Berlin. Anyways, pearl white multicoat, fantastic color to choose on the Tesla. It's thick, it has many layers, it's got a little bit of sparkle. It's very boring, I would say, but it's a safe choice quality-wise. Blue, I've heard mixed things, a little bit thin. Black is disastrous on Tesla. It's super, super thin, and I would not recommend getting black, even though it looks quite good. Maybe better with induction wheels. Midnight Cherry Red, fantastic. A little bit too expensive in my opinion to choose, at least for it depends on the buyer. You can get a wrap instead for this price. So yeah, do a consideration. But this one looks much darker in real life, and in overcast weather, it's almost black. So if you want a black Tesla, maybe this is the best choice. Quicksilver, a classic, cool color. It's not like a Toyota Silver boring car. It has depth. It's black when you move around the car. You will see like a black shifting. It's an interesting color. It's not Toyota gray. 19-inch Gemini wheels or 20-inch induction wheels. It's expensive for 20-inch wheels on this car. Of course, if you go performance, I assume you will go with Uber turbines. I don't think you could choose anything else. But let's talk about the wheel choice. So the 20 inches will reduce your range. And in my opinion, these look okay. This one looks okay as well. I don't think the Model Y has any good looking wheels at all. Not even the Uber turbines in my opinion. So this is just a matter of preference, but 19-inch will give you more range, and I think Gemini looks okay if you remove these wheel caps and buy the wheel cap set, which allows you to have to cover up the bolts and such. Trailer hitch, always add trailer hitch. It cannot be added afterwards. You need to add it now. Just close your eyes to the price and pay up. 1,600 kilograms. This one is... If we move to the Norwegian site, I'll show you. Translate. Trailer hitch included. In Germany, it's 1,350 euros. That's a difference between Germany and Norway. Choose the white interior. If you are interested in a white interior, I would recommend doing the white interior. I regret choosing the black interior on my Model 3. Choose the white interior if you think it might be for you. I'll push you in the direction of the white interior. I think it looks amazing. But the black interior is always there and it's cheaper. So yeah. 5-seater don't choose 7-seater on the Model Y. It's almost impossible to sit in the rear, the third row, if you add 7 seats. Maybe for some small childs. Enhanced autopilot and FSD, fully self-driving. Fully self-driving is not legal in Norway. You won't get anything out of this one. This one will get you automatic lane changes. And I think 3,800 euros is too much for automatic lane change. So I would not choose any of these. You can always add them later if you want, but it'll be more expensive. Wall connector, you can buy it directly here. I would choose the wall connector. It's a fantastic electric car charger. It charges every electric car, so not just Teslas. It's great quality, has a great app integration, and it can, for Norway, it can charge on 3 phases on IT power grid, which we use, some people use in Norway, for the 400 volt TN system that we use in Europe, for the power grid in the rest of Europe. It doesn't really matter that much, but I'll choose the wall connector anyways. It can support up to 11 kilowatts charging on the Model Y, if you wire it correctly, of course. And yeah, that's how I would go about speccing a Model Y in Europe. So make that consideration. What do you need? Yeah. The first thing you need to think about if you need rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. You can watch the mountain video. I drove the rear-wheel drive over a mountain pass with a lot of snow, so no problem, but that was because of studded tires. So maybe you don't want studded tires, maybe all-wheel drive is what you need. But battery chemistry-wise, I would recommend looking at the cheapest one here. Still a great deal. And try to get the BYD Blade version, and then you get faster charging. If you choose this one and you are unlucky and get the cattle version, it's still a great LFP car. So yeah, just what I would consider in April 2024 when looking at the Model Y in Europe. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Yeah, please leave a comment down below about which one you would go for, and if you are interested in actually buying one. I'll give you some, if you are unsure between, for example, 2 of them, leave a comment down below and I'll reply with my thoughts on the choices. Remember to include your use cases as well. So yeah. Remember that next year there will be a Model Y refresh with comfort features and without stalks. So yeah, that's also something to consider in the future. But yeah, this is the most sold car in the world. So that should say enough. It's a great bang for your buck, this car. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon with a new video.